Joining me now is Gerard Wood from the RMT Union. Thank you for coming in and speaking to us this evening. Now, millions of journeys are made on the Underground every single day. You will be proud of the service your members provide the public. So why are you holding passengers to ransom, not for 1 day, for 5?
Well, you're absolutely right that our members are proud of the service that they provide, and they're proud of how they've contributed to the success of London Underground in recent years. We're now back to 5 million passenger journeys a day. That's back to pre-COVID levels. But our members are delivering that with 2,000 fewer staff on London Underground than pre-COVID. And that's led to a huge intensification of work. That's led to more extreme shifts. They already work around the clock, 24/7, 364 days a year. 4 a.m. starts in the morning, 1 a.m. finishes, rotating shifts. Some people do permanent nights. And our members are saying that they deserve a share in the success of London Underground.
And Londoners deserve a share in the success of the London Underground. It generates so much money, but we're not talking about shareholders. We're not talking about a profit-making business. We're talking about profits which then get invested in buses, in the railway service, in the overground, all sorts of areas. So why are your members saying, we want a bigger share?
Well, they're saying they want a fair share. What they're saying is that TfL, by its own statements, is celebrating an extraordinary chapter in its history, where it's recorded 3 years of successive operational surpluses, and that's been recognised for the people at the top. The senior directors have had up to 22% pay rises this year alone. And what our members are saying is that they just want a little bit of that recognised. They want some promises that have been made in previous pay rounds to be honoured, and we want a change in direction so as we can start to move towards, and this is important, move towards a 32-hour, 4-day week. We are not expecting to deliver that in one go, and we've made that quite clear to London Underground. We just want to see some progress.
You might see it as progress. Even some people we spoke today on the streets of London thought it was extraordinary that you're looking for more money for fewer hours. And this is the first time I can remember where the RMT is asking for two completely separate things, a pay rise and shorter hours. You've joined it into one, which means getting a resolution is even harder. Why aren't you dealing with one issue at a time?
Well, actually, that's not quite true. In 2019, we had quite advanced talks with London Underground about a pay round that would have also introduced an element of a shorter working week. Unfortunately, COVID came along, and in the interests of everyone, we agreed to a 4-year deal which didn't deal with the working hours. We then came back and spoke to London Underground about it in 23, in 24, and our members think that it's about time that this problem was addressed. Working around the clock, doing the sorts of shifts they do, it has a long-term effect on your health, it lowers life expectancy, and we just want some progress.
As we heard from Transport for London, they're saying we simply can't afford it. This isn't even on the table. £200 million plus they expect that this will cost them, which means £200 million plus poorer services for Londoners.
Yeah, £200 million is an extreme figure. I think that is assuming a whole number of things that we're not asking them to do right at this time. So to introduce a limited move towards a 32-hour, 4-day week, a real meaningful reduction in working hours to give people more quality time off would cost nowhere near that. And I make the point again that London Underground has generated a £164 million surplus this year. The employer has saved £100 million on pension contributions, and that could cover everything we're asking for this year, and London Underground would still have a lower pay bill than it had last year.
Gerard Wood, thank you so much for your time this evening. I do appreciate that.